Greetings, fellow Demon Slayers. This is Taimanin Mari and Tak, and we are here today with another Action Taimanin video. And, okay, we have a whole lot to talk about. This update is literally amazing. But before we get into the actual update, we do want to talk about this little popularity poll. So, you said Action Taimanin, they posted it on all their social media, not just Facebook, right?
They did. It's basically, if you guys are wondering what this popularity poll is, the popularity poll is that any of the characters that are nominated in this picture can become one of the playable characters, basically.
Now, did they say that? Because it doesn't, like...
Or is that what... go to the forum. It's in the forum, basically, they linked.
Alright, should I go there?
I mean, you could if you want.
Screw it, might as well. We're talking about it.
Yeah,
all right.
Right there, you.
Oh god, it's so tiny. Alright, greetings, Commanders. Thank you for showing much love and support for Action Taimanin. We also thank you for all the constructive criticism we've received in YouTube comments, on our social media platforms, and in support emails. Keep an eye out for us as we try to provide a better gameplay experience based on your feedback. Many of you have asked who will be the next character. This survey is to find out what kinds of characters our commanders like and why, so that we can use the collected data as reference for our future development plans. Please be aware that the results will not necessarily affect the game in a way that a certain character becomes the main focus of the story. However, if you can explain specifically why you like the character you voted for, we will take it into account in future releases of characters. Thank you. And this poll is open until January 18th, 2022, UTC, 9 o'clock UTC. So people who are like in EST, like UTC is actually like the 17th for you. Just so you know.
Basically.
Because that happened to me with like the acrylic contest. I went to go do it, but I was like a day behind because I'm on EST. So like, just so people know. So these are the options. I'm just going to go back here because it's easier to see everything. So we have Sakuragi Tsuruga, Katsuhara Tatsumi, Wadarasi Sumugi, God, Japanese names, Yanagi Yuna, Amamiya Shisui, Kanazuki Sora, rip old Sora. Oh, and yeah, her voice actress has changed now, and I forgot to record the old one, so fucking rip, I'm mad. I actually wanted to record the old one and completely forgot about it this weekend, so rip old Sora, we'll never hear you again. Urahara Ren, Koramuchi Kaito, or Seto Kaiba, Grani Province, Mekamura Uraru, Momochi Nagi, Nino Weaver, Mikagami Haru, Inokura Suzuka, God, these are just fun to say, Ogawa Sakuya, Morishima Ai, and Hayami Uzuki. So these are all the options for, I guess, potential playable characters. Personally, I'm gonna get Ultras back, and I'm gonna vote for Nagi, because I literally have every character that I want in the game. I can go without Sora, but I'm gonna vote for Nagi. Tak, you voted for Sakuya, right?
Yeah, it's basically. I know she doesn't have like the highest chance of winning, but like I want people at least I want the devs to know that there's people that do want her though. Now the real odd one though is there's one character that she's not even appeared in AT at all, which is the bottom left one.
Yeah, Urahara Ren, everyone loves her and everyone's wanted her. Yeah, because if you look here, you see Ren, and then the very next guy, Ren. That guy wants Nagi, Sakuya, and then I can't understand that. But so yeah, Ren is kind of a little bit of an anomaly there, but she is very popular from RPGX. People like her body, so I mean, I don't mind if she shows up. If I had to say what I actually want from here, it's probably like Tatsumi. Because, dude, if she became playable, I would be saying Pumpkin Spice all day. Yeah, Pumpkin Spice. I want Pumpkin Spice or Kitty Mom. Just because they come with pet names. But I'm gonna vote for Nagi and see if we can get this chick out, because Ultra needs her. And I'll take the loss and just get Nagi out, because I'd like to see her too.
Yeah, I mainly want Sakuya because if you release Sakuya, you may have a higher chance of getting people who want Sora as well. They can do a dual waifu, release both of them out, so it's like two characters in one if it manages to happen. Like if there's like enough votes for Sora and for Sakuya, they may be more confident to release them at the same time. Although I will say this, Mari, have you noticed there are 3 characters missing that that didn't even get mentioned here?
Yeah, Mari, Micah, and fucking. I mean, we got
Yeah,
Felicia now. We got Lilim now. You know, we got all these
and I was,
other waifus, and yeah. So yeah, no, I
and
noticed that. I peeped that.
yeah, because like it's kind of weird that Micah, Mari, and I basically put Heavy. They were not mentioned at all, which is very weird and very like. It's kind of like, why would they not mention them if they were not planning to make them playable characters?
I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, and then we're gonna move on from this. If I were gonna go for a dual character release, I would want Kaiba and Yugi for the next waifu war.
Like,
Kaiba versus Yugi is sitting there.
I
It's
mean, they're
too
both range
perfect.
characters
Yeah,
too,
it's too
so
perfect. It's too perfect. But yeah, we just wanted to touch base on this poll in case people don't know about it because these polls apparently were like Japan only for the longest time, but now they're including us, so make sure you take advantage and vote here because we finally get a say, and that's a good thing. They care about what we have to say. And they're giving us the olive branch to speak to them. So be civil, don't comment on the fucking thing like, oh, give me fucking Sora, you fuck, I want fucking, don't curse and just be civil. Say why you want the character. Try to give good reasons for it, like Tak just did. Like he wants Sakuya because it's a potential waifu war with her and Sora. That's a really good reason. So try to do that. Just be civil about it and vote for you who want. And we can
yeah.
move on
And
from
plus,
there. Wait,
yeah. Plus, I would say if whoever wins, like, don't be mad if like they lose, because the thing is, this is like basically a roadmap for what characters they're gonna be planning on, basically, because this is like what people want to see in the game, basically playable. So even if they lose the character you want, say if Nagi loses, but she was like, oh, number 2, she may be the next, like, after that one. So
yeah, that's
I would
exactly
say,
why I'm not stressing it. Like, I literally just see this as like a list of potential characters that they're planning already, and they just want to know what people think.
yeah, what people want, what will make the most money for them, basically.
I know one thing: if Shisui ever becomes playable and she's not the second coming of Christ, I'm gonna rage because she needs to be OP. Like Shisui needs to be OP. Like I would just want her to be OP.
Oh yeah, because of a supporter.
Yeah, just because it's Shisui. But all right, moving on. Here we are. We're in the game. So okay,
Let's start
roadmap
with
me
the
tech.
packages.
Okay, all right. I guess no, that's the gotcha. Damn it! Why did it scroll over? There we go. Okay. Oh, this flank area here. So we have troop leader Oboro. Oh boy, let's open her up. Okay, so you get the very nice skin. I love this skin. Oh my god. Oh, What did I say before? What was it? Hitler and who? I don't remember. But now she reminds me of Mr. Slave from South Park, so we're going with
Oh,
that.
Bison too.
Yeah, Hitler, Bison, and Mr. Slave from South Park. I love this skin. This skin is super freaking cool and sexy. And I like this alone is worth it. Like if you're an Obero main, just grab the freaking skin. She looks so fucking badass. But we're here to talk about this stuff. So, Hokawa style Moondragon, Tainted Blood Dragon, spins with Bloodstorm two more times and also pulls the enemy towards you. Damage dealt with skills is increased by 22%. So we were talking to Wolf about this weapon. He doesn't think it's very good. He's been playtesting it. We're gonna do a video about it, but just to give you like first impressions from people who have actually used it. He's not too into it. He feels like the Bloodstorm spins are so slow. The enemies actually have time to get their super armor back before the last 2 spins or even 3 spins even go off. And even with the damage up with skills and it being ultra rare, it still doesn't out DPS her super rare. So the weapon is kind of DOA, and the fact that it forces her into blue because of Bloodstorm is just a further detriment. Maybe stuff will come up later that makes it better, but for right now, we're kind of veering towards the side of like maybe it's not that great, and we'll just have to see. But we'll talk to Wolf and Ultra about it more because they're the guys who are going to be, Ultra Whales and Wolf mains Obro, so they'll have more info about it. I'll try to get my hands on it myself, but time will tell. This is just probably going to be super armor damage. Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, it's always like super armor damage.
And then we have
the
100
gems are a nice
gems.
bonus.
So yeah, this is your typical limited bundle.
And then you have the second one, which is
Oh,
Nui's.
Stanky Nui. Okay, alright, here we go. So, New Year's Nui. Let's grab her. Okay, this supporter's busted as hell. Now, before we get into this, yes, you can get her from the bundle. You can also get her from the Desire shop, which we'll kind of go into really fast later. But you can get one from the arena, so she is officially like available for anyone who's free to play. They can at least get her to S1, even if they avoid this bundle and don't spend the Desire. This supporter is insanely good. Ultra was saying it's good. Like she's amazing. She gives you damage up for melee and then reduces melee damage. That's such like a meta ability. Because that's kind of what you want right now. You want things that make you more tanky and make you deal more damage also. So she fits right into that. And she's not restricted. So anyone, any melee can use her.
Yeah, and the thing is, though, is that Ultra has been saying when we talked to him, one copy is enough, basically. Because it's really good. She's really strong for... Like, Ultra basically said that this is like gacha worthy supporter, and the fact that free to play players are getting a bone, literally getting one copy of her for free from the arena, I honestly say if you guys don't have the 15k to for her, save it and
grinding.
Save it
because she's too good. She's way too good. This is like probably this is probably bar none the best thing they've ever given us. Like if we're talking about like gear they've given away, because the Sakura was a little bit meh, but this Nui is like over the top good. Like even her ability is good. Like increases damage dealt by 20% for 3 seconds when you dodge. Neat. And it's on a 5-second cooldown. They lowered it. It was 15 before, wasn't it?
No, it didn't.
Have a cooldown. It didn't have one, right?
No, now it does.
Now it does.
Because they saw how strong it is, basically.
Yeah, they figured it's, but still, 3 seconds out of every 5 is ridiculous. Like I'm not even mad at that, because that scales to 40%, and then her active is good. It's just more damage up and a slow. So without dwelling on her, yes, I think this Nui's freaking amazing, and if you're like 100% free to play, not going to spend any money, please throw the arena coins at her and her weapon, because her weapon is also in the arena too.
Yep.
And speaking of, well, first,
the outfit.
This is the outfit. Look at her.
Mm-hmm.
She's so cute.
I mean, you get a better look at it in the costume tab.
No, I'm not gonna go crazy in the costume tab. I just wanted to like turn her around.
Oh.
What I do want to say though, because Huniken pointed out that he thinks they like kind of made her boobs a little bigger in this outfit. It may just be the way the outfit looks, but they're looking real plump here.
They look the same to me.
It's just the cleavage. It makes them seem bigger, but I don't think they actually are. Who knows? But it's a nice skin overall. Now, Sabretooth Guantanamo. There we go. Sabretooth Guantanamo. Alright. Halo of Phantom. Reduces the cooldown time of Synchro for 2 seconds. Now, this scales to 4 seconds, so basically you're going to be doing Synchro all the damn time. When using Synchro, illusion turns into a tiger and particles are recharged by 5%. That's so ridiculous, dude, because that scales to 10%, so whenever you Synchro, you just turn your illusions into tigers and get 10% particles back. That's so freaking good, dude.
Yeah, it's really stupid, I would say.
And again, like Tak was saying, Ultra said, this is comparable to any limited supporter. Like, she's so freaking good. And then you get 300 gems.
Yeah, even though this one is like, it's really expensive to get, like $45 to get this, I would say this one's much more worth it than the Sakura one that we got on Halloween, I would say.
Hey, those tax returns are coming. Y'all better use that money and spoil your Nui. Okay, so that's these two bundles. There's nothing else really happening.
No,
right?
There's nothing else.
Okay.
And then now we go to the gacha.
Oh god, the screen from hell. This screen has me so confused I don't know what to do, but let's go over it. Okay, first we're going to look at Yuki. So, new Lightning Mizuki Yuki Kaze. So this is basically the same thing as Nui, but with range damage. So she deals 13% more range and takes 13% less from range at S level 1. At S level 5, it would be 26% for each. Now, again, Ultra said the same thing for her. She's good enough that you can just have her at S level 1. And, like, so if you just get one, she's still viable, especially if you're looking to run a blue range character, like, hint, hint, Tokiko. Because, you know, Tokiko's blue build is like her build, and this supporter goes right on her with ease. Next we're going to look at her active. So, Lightning Hanetsuki. 60-second cooldown. Passive. Once every 5 seconds, lightning strikes enemies and inflicts 70% of additional damage. I don't really have anything against it. I just don't think it's as good as Nui's. I think that Nui is over the top compared to the Yuki, at least
Yeah,
in their actives.
Yeah, the actors, I would say Nui by far wins it by far.
Because she's mommy, and her inferior pet child cooter critter thing here that fell off of her one day and just became a sentient being is inferior to Nui in every way, but we still love Yuki. So,
Yeah.
her active, as lightning flows through the ground, deals 610% of damage, makes enemies nearby groggy, and applies a bleeding effect of 50% of the damage for 10 seconds. So they didn't change anything on her unless they did, and I'm not remembering. But she seems the same. This would scale to 12-20%, which is really good. This would scale to 140, which is really good. And overall, the active is pretty good. I mean, it's groggy and bleed, and it lasts for 10 seconds, so it's not a bad active. It's just not crazy like Nui's, that's all.
Yeah, even though I would say still get one copy of her because they did do something also. Well, we'll talk about later, which will reason why you want to get one copy of her at least.
Okay, next up,
Obro.
Alright, oh, this one's a disappointment. So we talked about her weapon. For some reason, she's green now. She was blue. I don't get it, because now that she's green, she doesn't synergize with her own weapon. And at this point, like, I just don't know what to think of her limited set. Like, it deals extra damage to humans, which is meh. A lot of people now are using weapon actives over ults, which is kind of like, like this would have been good like a year ago when the Asagi came out.
Yeah.
Like with her, because she deals extra ultimate damage. Like they would have been good with each other, but like now it's like, I don't know. I don't really care for her passive too much. And I was liking her active, but Ultra has actually tested it, and he's saying the provoke is kind of meh. Like, the enemy, for one, the minion doesn't provoke everything. It only gets like a few guys. And another problem with it is when you summon it, it kind of drops on top of you. Like, it originates from where you are. So if you stand there and it provokes, they're just going to dogpile you. So it kind of ends up being like a situation where you have to summon the minion and run away from it when it's provoking. So the enemies go to it and not you. It's so weird. And like I said, it's not like a guaranteed aggro hold. Like, some stuff will still come after you. So the provoke isn't as good as it seemed on paper, unfortunately. And then with the 6-second duration at, Max Awakening, it's just not long enough to be that good. And we've already seen enough footage of Wolf playing her, where he just gathers the enemy and hypnosis seals them, and it kind of does what this would do anyway. And the supporter doesn't have the damage to really back up like it doesn't have the stuff to back itself up. Like and this is all like what Ultra said, just so I'm giving credit to him on that because he's been testing it, and what he said makes perfect sense. He didn't really say much about the active, but it's just your typical like hits all enemies, does 900% damage at max awakening, and causes knockback, and also applies a bleed. So, barring further testing, right now Ultra doesn't think she's that good. He didn't flat out come out and say she's terrible. What did he say exactly? He said she's like... Did he say she's niche? Or like
for example, like a good...
Gimmicky, that's what he said. She's gimmicky.
Basically.
That's it.
Gimmicky.
So that's it. That's the verdict on Obro for right now, but we are going to get together and have them play tested, and we're going to come to a verdict because... Like, this is Obro's limited set. Come on, Grimmery. Like, oh. I've been waiting for her so long, because she's, like, one of the notoriously bad characters, right? Yeah, and I was just waiting to see what they did, and it seems like they kind of dropped the ball on her, and it's so fucking unfortunate.
Well, since we're done with her, we'll talk about the buffs, basically, that they give her, basically. They didn't really put it in the patch notes, but they kind of, like, shadow dropped them with her, basically. So we'll just talk about it real briefly, basically. Yeah,
just say what the buffs are, and then because I don't know, so you tell me because I couldn't. Okay, I don't have them either.
Okay, so here's the buff. Bloodstorm, which is our all blue skill, is that here's what it used to have. A set of 1 blue basically does 2 additional spins. A set of 2 blue knocks the enemies at basically at the final spin. Basically, here's what they updated it. So. 1 set of blue now gives her super armor active while attacking, and she also gets 25% damage reduction. That's with 1 set of blue.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah, they actually gave what Ultra said. They gave her super armor, and then the new set of 2 blue is basically her gives 2 additional spins and does knockback within the final blow. It's basically the
old one set
combined into one, basically.
Yeah,
That's what they did.
Okay. And what's the 3
And-
set?
And the 3 is basically the same. It's
The
just
damage?
200. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the, and then the hypnosis for 2 sets of green. The old one basically increases in snare range to 100. No. It's in snare range is 50%. That's the old one. The new one, the ensnare range is 100% now. The
That's
range
good.
of it.
Does it let
that's like-
her get more than like 5 enemies or whatever, or no?
No, that's still blue basically. Blue overall basically gets 5 enemies. It's only 3 enemies still.
Okay.
And then the final buff they did for her is her all red skill, Carnage Dance. The cooldown went down to 20 seconds to 18 seconds.
Oh boy,
That's
2
basically-
seconds. Oh man, watch out.
But that's basically the buffs they gave for Obro. We'll see. We'll see what Wolf's opinion about it though, because he's the overall guy. But overall, that's basically the buffs they gave her basically.
All right, so that's enough for her because we got more to go through. I gotta say though, I'm a little bit disappointed just because like I was saying, like I love Obro as a character. I think she's great. Like I'm gonna take a word from Ark, but like I like her for the same reason Ark does. She's just unapologetically evil. She's so evil and mean, and I love her for it. But like, God, she's just. I'm buying Obro anyway, so I don't care. I don't care what the verdict is on any of this. Like, she's my next character. So. Shop of Desires. No one's in the pool, right?
Yeah,
no one got added.
Yeah, no one got added to the pool.
Oh, Nagi, I need her in the pool. Okay. All right, this is where we get into the shit show, because right now this Shop of Desires just wants everything from you.
Yeah, there's so much stuff in here.
Okay, so we have the New Year's Shiranui. This is the way to get your 3rd copy, and right now you said there's only 3 available, right?
Yeah, 3 of the weapon and 3 of the supporter. So the supporter, there's actually again, I'm just gonna repeat. 1 you can get her from the arena, the one with the package, and then the Desire Shop.
Okay.
And then the weapon, you get 1 from the event, the current event we have, 1 from the arena, and the other one from the package. So there's 3 basically.
Okay, alright. Alright, and then we have Obro's skin, which was here already, but just, I'm pointing it out because she's pretty much had her limited skin. So if you want to really deck out your Obro, like, this is probably the coolest thing you can do is give her this. This is the mileage option. I think I'm the only idiot that's ever used that for Kirara. Mob Boss Obro Supporter, again, this is here for Desire if you want her. Her weapon is here for Desire if you want it. Only 1 time for gems. Then we have the mileage option for Yuki.
For Yuki.
Yuki's here for Desire.
Yep.
And then Tatsumi's
That's
just still here because she's been here.
Yeah,
Alright.
Yeah, because it's her banner basically still up basically.
Alright, so that axes off the Desire Shop and the Gacha screen. I want to talk about, who has a wedding? Well, we'll just look at... Alright, well, here's what they did. They made it so you can dye, other skin
It's
families.
outfit.
It's the wedding skin, too. See?
Oh, yeah. Wedding skins.
Yeah, you can dye wedding skins now, and then, like Tax said, you can dye gym outfits, so I guess this character has one, right? Yeah, this thing.
Yeah, right there. Yeah.
So, yeah, 2 more skin families can be dyed. And I'm liking that, because I think it's going to get to a point where we can just dye everything. And they're just slowly implementing it.
Yeah, I was surprised that actually you can dye the wedding outfits already. I thought we won't get that until the wedding outfits come back. So that's really nice. They're doing that really fast now.
And funny, like, the day I decided that I can't leave Kirara, I can now dye her wedding skin. Remember how annoyed I was that I couldn't dye it? Now I can dye it, and I'm gonna do that. Because her feet stink. So,
I
what
guess
else
we can
is
talk
there?
about the quality of life. So
okay, before we talk about the quality of life, because that's gonna be, like, a lot, we just talk about the event first, because I think that's all that else is here, right? Like, there's nothing in the
event
store.
is basically. Yeah, the event basically.
Okay. So yeah, let's just get the event out of the way, because for one, did you actually read this event, or did you just rush through it?
I rushed through it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everyone now, because I've actually stopped reading the events long ago, just because of like time constraints, because I'm always working. But since I have a phone that doesn't suck now, I've been able to play AT at work. and I actually read through this event, and I will tell you, it was a fucking laugh. It was so fucking funny. I loved every minute of it. And I think freaking Lilim and that other succubus, it wasn't a succubus, it was like a Yatagarasu, it was a raven girl. Her name was like Minasaki or some crap. Oh my god, they were freaking hilarious, dude. Like, the one chick literally was like talking like a ghetto person. Like, they're like, oh, there's this cave we have to go to with a tiger and like blah blah blah. And then freaking Minasaki just goes, oh, that sounds kind of whack. I'm like, yo, this event is wild, so... I know no one probably cares, but the event was really fun to read through if you decide to do that. It was def's fun. So let's talk about the important stuff. Usual, do this for gyms. We do have a bonus stage. I'm guessing the bosses are going to be Nui and Lilim. Is it Lilim or Lilith? I keep calling her Lilim because she's tiny. But it's Lilim. Okay. So I want to talk about this first. She's a monster. Like, when I first saw her, I was like, there's no way she's this good. But this is the type of stuff I've been wanting for Blue. The only thing I don't like is that she's restricted, but it's okay, because this is a Blue supporter that gives 30% damage, like all damage. No other restriction besides, Protect type, so I think that's great. She's a Protect type herself. For a free-to-play supporter, her HP is absurd. 828? Like, her defense is really lacking, but she's got a lot of health to her. And then her active is just great. Like, it's only a 48-second cooldown, so it's on a lower spectrum. And it basically just increases damage dealt to all enemies by 15%, reduces damage taken from all enemies by 15%, and slows them down by 15% for 10 seconds. So you're telling me every 48 seconds I could just make her do that? Yeah, sure, sign me up. I think she's decent. Like, I don't think she's crazy OP, like the next best meta thing. But I think if you're running Blue, she definitely solves the problem of Blue not having a good amount of damage. And her active is just a treat. Like, it's a great active, because when you're done leveling her, it's going to be 30% down the line. Yeah, like 30% damage up is crazy, along with 30% damage down. And then the slow just, chef's kiss.
Yeah, now we just need a Blue for restrictions of red and green for characters, for those colors.
You know what comes next, right? You know what I'm gonna do, right? And she has really nice fucking feet, guys. They're so sexy. Look at those little bitty toes. They're so cute. Alright, now that we're done... Oh, well, we're not done. 1 second. Just look at the shape of that there. So satisfying. Okay, now we're done. Enough of Lilim's feet. And then, as we said before, Box 10 has the usual goodies in it, but you will also be able to get Nui's weapon here. So be sure when you get to the event and you finish it, you go to Box 10 and get your damn weapon, because if you miss it, ooh, it's going to be Phil's bad mean. Oh, it's going to feel so bad if you miss that. Because that's
also, check the date of when the event leaves.
It leaves the 7th of February, so there's a lot of time.
Yeah, it's like, for free-to-play players, you guys have plenty of time to grind this up.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's time for them to do their arena stuff, too.
Yeah, so, like, you guys have, like... If you guys are going to be wondering, that date... That February 8th, I would say that date would be the last day you'll probably be able to get Nui's supporter in the arena too. So I would keep that in mind too. So.
But try to get it ASAP, because you never know with the arena, man. They could take her away, before. But like.
Yeah, because they took away Sakura's really early, and I didn't even get it. So it's like, damn, okay.
Okay, I've been holding off buying them all day, because if I buy them, they won't be here. But yeah, if you look here, you have 15k for Nui. And then you have 15k for her weapon. So make sure you grab these. Like I said, I know arena's boring. Like, I hate it too. I just, I save my coins diligently by doing, like, matches when I can. But, like, if you don't have the 30k, I highly suggest you grind it. Like, even if you don't play Nui. Because you can, like, I guess you can ignore the weapon if you don't play Nui. But this supporter is just too all-around good to not have one.
Yeah.
Especially when it's free. So, like, I'm wishing everyone luck. Just make sure you get that damn Nui. And now, I think that's everything, and we can talk about the quality of life, right?
Yep.
Okay, so...
The first one is the armory, basically. Specifically, the support armory is going to be the
Oh, God, I love it now, dude. Oh, and also, Ultra loves this update, too. So yeah, let's go into the supporter formation. So now, this is the first thing I want to talk about. You can...
Yeah, if you can clearly tell, there is they added a favorite tab. So if you ever want to use like, oh, I like using this bonus in the armory for the supporters, you can actually favorite now with the stars. So it's actually quite actually handy. So now like, oh, I just want to see my favorites. Where's my usually go-to armory? So
Yeah, I was about to say
it's
the
there.
same exact thing. The favoriting is just I haven't done it yet, but
Yeah, but like they added like all the newer supporters that didn't were not in this armory, they're in here now. So like there's a bunch of them there. Also to keep this in mind, the fact that what Ultra said about the color towers, that could be true because there's a lot of these that only restrict one color specifically for a character.
oh yeah, we're gonna do a
So
video about the whole potential of that. We just have to get everyone together. But
yeah, but
yeah.
like
So the fact that you can favorite is a huge boon because like I'm sure you guys have seen it before and dealt with it. Like remember all the videos I had to literally do this, like what I'm doing
yeah,
right
you have
now.
to
Yeah.
yeah, you literally have to look for it. They do have a filter there too. They
Yeah,
added
oh,
it
I
as well.
saw it. I'm about to talk about that next. But, like, yeah, you don't have to scroll through it anymore. You can just favorite what you usually use, which is good. And now with the filter, you can just go, okay, like, I want something that gives crit, and hit change, and then this is everything that gives crit. Super
Yep,
simple to
that's
use. Speaking of
yep.
restrictions, here's one.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and go over every single thing they added, but what was it, 26
No.
new formations they added?
Yeah, 26, dude. It's a lot, honestly.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to hit this later and see what we can do to,
Yeah,
to see if there's anything
there's
better than like the old stuff we've been using.
yeah, that's why I said it's probably good just to get one copy of Oboro and Yuki's limited supporter because they may add because Asuka here's a good one. Asuka's supporter only had one. Now there's three of them with her. So now Asuka has like three of them locked in with her. So you kind of do need to like you would want at least one copy just so you don't have to worry about oh they added a future supporter and then they're in like an armory basically.
Yeah, I agree. Now it's getting to the point where you kind of don't want to skip stuff anymore. Because like
Yeah.
before it'd be like, I'm not gonna pull that, but now with like they're showing that they're gonna like be updating this armory, and it's gonna be a literal thing. I know it's impossible for like people who are free to play, and it's damn near impossible for me because I'm not throwing amazing amounts of money at the game like Ultra is, but like I'm gonna try my damnedest to just get one of everything, just to be sure I can use them in the armory if need be, just to be safe.
Yeah. For a future tower or for certain
Yeah.
events basically.
Just to future-proof yourself, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, quality of life here is really freaking good. I love it. Moving on from that.
The crafting facility. That's like
Oh.
another one.
This is the big one. This is the one I woke up this morning. Like, I can't even go in there because I have stuff crafting, but I can show them. Basically, you can craft 50 of everything now.
That's actually that is by far true. Also, you can also craft the materials for the crafted outfits now too.
You can?
Yeah, you could.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, I wish I could get in here.
The only catch is though is that if you want, for example, if you want to make like the cloth, like the paper, you need to use cubes to make it. If you want to make cubes, you have to use the cloth.
Oh, so basically you have to take the mats from the other one. Oh, that's but yeah,
Yeah.
at least it's an option.
It's an option there, but it's like it's at least like oh it's like there's someone out there that's like they have too many cubes or too many cloths. Well, now they can do that instead.
Yeah, and I'm loving this. The only thing I don't like is if you do craft 50 of an item, you're gonna be waiting. Like,
Oh,
yeah, like there's no like this was more than 24 hours to craft 50 of these presents, for example. But that's gonna apply to anything. So if you go try to make 50 beads, just expect to wait. Like it's not,
Yeah,
it's gonna be longer. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. The next thing
Is
is
this? I want to show them because someone posted
yeah,
this.
yeah.
So I actually kept her here so people could see.
Mhm.
So when you hit done now, it actually tells you how much skill points you got and how much you have. So
Yeah.
we'll just hit use again just as she's sitting in there. I wonder if it does it for experience because I only saw someone do skill points. Let's see. Nope, this is the same.
No. It's the same. Yeah, it's the same.
Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's because Yuki's max level. Like, I don't think I could show it without having a character who's not maxed. But
Yeah,
whatever.
that's probably a big
Look at her
one.
just floating in the water. That's adorable.
There's two more things. So let's go to the infinity real quick.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. We'll just feed one. You.
So now you can actually feed more than one item now.
Yeah. So before you had to kind of like sit
One
here,
at a
just
time.
like just spamming it, like give. Like now you can just go. Oh, okay, I want to give Nui 5 of these, and then like what do you do?
Just like click it again if you want to feed. Like,
Is it
give
just
them-
like the so it's just like in the menu? Okay, so you
Yeah.
do this, or you could do. All right.
So like.
I
if you
like
wanna
how it
micro them-
telegraphs it too, so you can plan.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
really cool.
Yeah, to make Infinity much more like, instead of wasting 5 minutes to just feed one girl, it only takes you like literally only like 10 seconds now to feed the girl now.
Yeah, we're just gonna feed her these. The only thing I can say I don't like about this is the fact that I can't see the animation 5 times.
I mean, yeah, that is true.
Yeah, we fed the
Yeah.
Nui, and that's pretty much the Affinity update. And I gotta.
And-
What else is there before we?
The last thing I would say is that for the menu, right there, they added a filter.
Oh yeah, you did say the character filter, so you
Yeah,
can
the
just like.
character filter. If you want to see who's blue, and then just click.
Oh,
apply,
this is
those are all
so
the blue
good for
characters.
people who don't know. Oh man.
Yeah, for people that don't know what color they are, like there you go. It's very and like, oh, you want to know who's a demon, who's human, machine. Machine is pretty depressing though, I would say.
Yeah, 1 second. Let's go to. Okay, does there have to be a? Oh, I just hit all. Yeah, boop. No, I missed.
Oh, you still.
Yeah, I missed.
You have to click on demon again.
No, I was trying to put it on machine. Oh,
That's why
demons
you-
highlighted. Oh, you can highlight both.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, machines.
Yeah, that's depressing, I would say.
This right here, Grimmery, is why we need more machines.
Yeah, like there's
just-
only 2 characters.
They're just
Kinda
so
sad.
sad. At least Emily looks
mean-
really happy.
I mean, we are getting Psycho too. She's gonna get thrown in here, which that's a fucking.
Now I want to
Please.
see like human. There's 9, and then there were what 6 demons? No, there's not. Let me click. Oh
No,
my
you have to
god,
click
this is
on-
kind of cumbersome. Yeah. All right. Yeah, there's 6. Okay. God, that's so funny.
Kind of.
There's just like there's no freaking machines. But anyway, okay, now that's everything, right? Or at least that's everything that we know of for the moment. Because
That's everything. That's everything there for the update.
all right, so what I want to say is that Dev K, remember
Oh, yeah, from the
because you
Q&A
shouted him
question?
out, yeah, because
Yeah.
he did mention in the Q&A that his thing was like quality of life.
Yeah, like the home button of the top left corner, like yeah, like he basically.
So
I wouldn't. He's probably one or like a couple other people in the quality of life. I would say they.
all I know.
generally-
All I know is that guy, he's the face, right? He's the guy who said his thing is quality of life. So to me, I could kiss that guy right now. Like he literally like this. I love this. This is like the best because the game is so like it's a little. I don't mean to say it in an insulting way, but AT's a little bit well, it's not anymore, but it was a little bit archaic. It's a little like outdated. Because they didn't have stuff like a home button, like they didn't have stuff like filters, and now they do, and they're starting to add stuff like that. So now the game is starting to feel more like a game made, in 2020.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I could say that I want is just what we've always been talking about, like a way to like save our loadouts.
Yeah, that's probably another one I would say. Loadouts are probably a good one I would say.
Because in AT it's really hard. Like I only have one right? So whenever someone needs I have to move her around. But it would be nice if every character just had like 2 or 3 loadouts. And you can just save the characters to them. And then whenever you go to that character, you click the loadout and then they'll put the gear on automatically. You don't have to keep fishing
Yeah.
for everything.
Yeah.
But even
yeah,
then, they
it's-
have added quality of life here. It's older, but this is here. You can sort them at least. So there's that. But yeah, like I love it. I love this update. I think it's great. I think this is probably the biggest bone free-to-plays have gotten. So if you're free-to-play and you stop the game and you're considering coming back, or if you're free-to-play and you're playing the game and your morale is low, now is not the time to have low morale because you need to get into that arena and get your Nui gear.
Yeah, it's gonna be boring as hell, but like it's gonna be worth it, I would say.
Oh, it's going to be so worth it. And we're going to pet this Kirara. Any final thoughts before we start?
Probably just say if like just Mari's Discord servers in the link. Vote for whatever waifu you're gonna want to win for the popularity pool. And I'd probably say just like and subscribe.
Yep. And I would say the same thing, but you already said it. I will end with my final thought of if everyone doesn't vote for Nagi, Ultra and I are going to show up to your house and we're going to throw toilet paper on your roof. That's what we're going to do. We're going to throw eggs at your house.
Throw egg? I was gonna say
Yeah.
just throw egg, like Halloween basically.
No, we're going to crap in a bag and set it on fire and knock on the door and run away. But no, we won't actually attack you, but like, I do want to try to get Ultra Nagi, so I am going to vote for Nagi because this man really wants Nagi. It's like his dream waifu right now. So I'm going to try to help you get that Ultra, and if anyone wants to help him get Nagi, or if they just want Nagi in general, let's get a Nagi vote going. I'm going to try to sway the community vote towards Nagi. That's my goal in life.
I mean, Kirara did. I don't know if you're gonna be able to do it with her, but we'll see.
Wait, what?
I mean, with Kirara, you technically did won with her in the war.
Oh yeah, people did vote for her. I don't know why. Because no one likes her now. Oh well, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. As Tag said, like and subscribe if you found it helpful, entertaining, or whatever. And be sure to hit the link for the Discord server if you want to come and talk about the game with like-minded people. And from here, we will catch you tomorrow with another video. You boys and gals, take care. Toodles!